Welcome to Ed Talks, presented by Dr. Edward Gifford.
So first of all, I'd like to, when we go through this, talk about the context of your business. Where is your business now? And so if you're wanting to have success strategies, if you're wanting to actually grow your business, actually where are you growing it from and where do you want to grow it to? The other thing I'd like to leave with you today is building deep structures for your business. Deep structures actually from the heart. And I'll be talking about 4 essential strategies for a sustainable and successful business. And these strategies are really, really solid pillars to build the foundations for your business. So the first thing you'd like to consider is, where are you now? This is a typical growth path for every single business and corporation that actually exists. So we know that a lot of people don't get past the startup phase. They get into business. Startup doesn't mean 5 months, 6 months. It could be many years. But where are you? Are you in startup? 75% don't get through it. They actually go to the wall. Are you in the growth phase? Is your business expanding? Are you experiencing really good growth? Are you getting some good income? And are you able to actually enjoy the benefits and the lifestyle of that? Maybe you've got your business growing, and now you've got to this wall here, this part here, which is really the second wall. A lot of people actually sell their businesses before they get to that wall. Other people have them and say, wow, I didn't sign up for this. This is hard work. This is stressful. This is exhausting. What am I going to do? And usually at that point, they've got to get some really good strategies in place to get them through that second big wall and into the next advanced growth phase. Where are you? That's all I want you to ask the question. You just realise where you are. Then you go through that second wall. You go into advanced growth, and of course you've got the opportunities there. I don't believe we plateau for very long. We're either green and growing or we're brown and dying. So the point is, where are you in your business? Where do you want to take it? And to what level do you want to take it to? The other thing that I'd like to just ask you the question, from a context point of view, what is your business look like at the moment? Are you someone who's really so busy working in your business day to day, spending 85% of your time with your clients and customers, probably only 10% strategizing, working on your business? Maybe you've got a team. Maybe there's only 5%. Maybe you are the team. But you're doing more than 5% if you're here today, because being here today is working on your business. It's not necessary that anybody in that situation has a frowny face, because there are many happy one-band consultants out there. But typically speaking, they're very, very busy working in their business. Or have you got a business that is looking more like this, where you are the business owner, you are now the leader, the coach, the mentor of your organisation, and you're putting together a real team of people to help you. They may be an outsourced team, or they might be a local team. They might be a worldwide team. But at the end of the day, we can only do so much as an individual and one-man show. So when we get to the point where we get stressed, we get tired, we get anxious, we just need leverage. And obviously, putting your business online is one way of leveraging a business, but building a really good team. And the team will actually look after your clients and your customers. And they will be people who will look after your business, because they'll be advocates and they'll give referrals, they'll pay on time. And so the business will look after you. So I think there's really a big difference between this sort of a business and having a business that you can long-term develop like this. Well, we're working today building a business from the heart. And so my little guy called the On Purpose Pal, you can see him there, and he's got a great big red heart. And to help us understand our businesses, I'd like to actually take you through the metaphor of a person and your business. Now, the heart stands for the purpose of the business, or the purpose of the organisation, or your particular purpose. Now, it asks a very simple question: why does my business exist? And if you don't know why your business exists, other than some of the really tangible reasons for having a business, then I think it's a question that you need to actually be able to answer. And the next question, of course, is, where is my business headed? So if the heart reflects the purpose of the business, the head and the eyes reflect the vision. Now, we heard from today from Rob that it was so important to have that clear vision of where you are headed. And without that vision, you really get up, go to work, go home, go to bed. Get up, go to work, go home, go to bed. You don't actually have a real direction of where you're heading. So that's absolutely really important. And of course, we need to actually bring our vision into reality, into action, and that's the hands and the legs. And these are the missions we perform to bring about our vision, which is anchored in our purpose. And throughout all of that, coming from the heart and still in the stomach and the throat, reside our values. If you violate your values, where do you feel it? Quite often you feel it in your stomach. I don't know about you, but if I do something wrong or say something that's not quite right and it's not really in alignment, I just feel it here. Some people's throat constricts. But my point is, coming from the heart, your business is a seed where it comes from, the seed of purpose. And it forms a vision in the mind, and we take action with the hands and feet. And we actually need to be in tune and alignment with our values day by day as we make decisions. So these are the 4 deep structures. I call them the 4 success strategies of a heart-centered business: meaning, mindset, method, and manner. Meaning is to do with significance, mindset is self-awareness, and we're going to go into thinking, and service is how you actually service, great service to your customers. Today you're talking about how you can open up to the world through the World Wide Web, but it's really important to be able to give that great service. And also we're going to be looking at the 4th pillar. So number 1, success strategy number 1, it's to do with meaning and purpose. Now a lot of you say, yes Edward, I know why I'm in business. I'm in business to make money, to have a lifestyle, to have the flexibility, to be my own boss, and all of these are external motivations, and neither or none of these are incorrect. I'm in business for all of those reasons. But this is the small, if you like, the small micro whys of being in business. You need to have a deep macro why which comes from the heart, because that macro why is where you come and form a basis for service. This is where what you do day by day has meaningful work. You have a sense of contribution. There's significance in what you're doing. And this is where you align the purpose of the person with the purpose of the organisation. I know so many people out there who are in organisations and they're not in alignment with that organisation. They go to work, they're anxious, they're stressed, they're tired, they don't want to be in that place any longer. They lose their mojo. They might be very technically competent. I don't know if you've known anybody like that. And I see it all the time, particularly when I'm working in the corporate sector. So this is very, very important. And you might say, Edward, come on, that's a lot of crock. I just want to make money, or I just want to get on and do my thing. But at the end of the day, if you don't know that macro why, when the storms of life hit and the budgets and everything else comes down around you and global economic crises happen, without that strong foundation, you'll fall over. Because I'm talking about sustainable businesses, not just a business that's going to make you a few bucks tomorrow. So I teach people how to actually write their purpose in 2 words, 2 powerful words. ING is the first word. I have an X chromosome and a Y chromosome. Why a chromosome? Because we're talking about the spiritual DNA of your organisation, how you build it from the heart. And these 2 words are seeds where strong organisations grow and prosper. Enriching community. Why ING? Because purpose is past, it's present, it's future. It's been, it's being, and it's becoming. Encouraging growth, liberating greatness. I know all the organisations that have come up with these 2 words. They only have to have meaning for you, for your organisation, but they are very, very powerful. My 2 words is igniting enthusiasm. I exist to serve by igniting enthusiasm. I make a difference by igniting enthusiasm. That's all I'm here on the planet for. How do I know? I got an idea through work. I spent 25 years in the university sector, and at the end of every semester, students have to give you a feedback. And what were the strengths of this lecturer? And 99% of people over 25 years said 2 things: his passion and his enthusiasm. So there's something inside my DNA. I don't intellectualise it, I just be it. And you just have to be your purpose for your organisation. Just imagine if all of the people in your organisation just be the purpose of the organisation. What a huge difference that'll make. And I'll just talk to you more about that later. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know, these 2 words are just 2 words, but, you know, when you actually really dig deep down to actually answer that question, it becomes great power. In fact, here is the word power. The P in power stands for precision. Just imagine having your purpose in 2 powerful words. Not a great long mission statement, not a great vision statement. They're all important. But these 2 word statements are very, very precise. You don't have to remember a line. You don't have to remember a paragraph. Just 2 powerful words is why you exist. there's only one purpose, one single powerful purpose of an organisation or a purpose. And it doesn't change. You might say, wow, that's pretty scary. Vision changes, missions change, even values change. Core principles might, but values do change. So one powerful purpose, and it's written down. This is your written constitution. You know, like SMART goals and dreams and things, you have them in your head, but once you write a goal down and put a date on it and make it specific, it becomes very, very powerful. And when you write down your 2 words, it becomes really, really powerful. And, you know, it produces great energy. Electricity was around forever, but, you know, electricity has to be discovered. And once it was discovered, it was harnessed. And when it was harnessed, it produced great power. And your purpose has been around forever. The purpose of your organisation is something that you can build up together in teamwork, and it produces great energy. It's not energy from the head, it's energy from the heart. It's the essence of how you serve customers. And of course, it really affects relationships, because if you're responding to your customers from the heart, you know, think more about your customers than about your product and service. And it changes interpersonal relationships, intrapersonal relationships, and transpersonal relationships. You know, if I respond to everything that happens to me in life through igniting enthusiasm, that takes me above the line straight away. I can't bitch and moan, because I want to respond to the world through igniting enthusiasm. Now, these 2 words also have a great impact on how you build your business, because from those 2 words out comes your vision, and your vision is a picture of the future of where you want your business to be. And so with that picture, you know, that is really powerful. And notice that these are all aligned, your purpose, your vision, your missions, and your values. And we don't necessarily have values stuck up on that wall and a mission statement on that wall and, you know, a vision statement there. They all have to integrate and align and connect. And the values organically come out of your purpose and your vision and your missions. And they're not just plastered on a wall over there because they feel good. This is how it worked in reality. This particular organisation, in fact, was a shop fitting organisation. They fitted out shops, but they came up, their 10 team leaders said, we're in business, our purpose is encouraging growth. And I remember the leader saying, look, if I'm not encouraging the growth of all of you guys sitting around this table, if not, I'm not encouraging the growth of the guys sitting in the manufacturing and working there, and our suppliers and the people that we actually install all of our stuff to, he said, I might as well go out of business. You see, it was a different purpose to just making money and being flexible, and instead of being self, it was others-centred. Now, your purpose has to serve you. It has to serve your clients and your customers, the wider community, and even a higher powers you understand that to be, if you understand that or believe in that. So the vision was to create, experience, and maintain theatre, so that they wanted people to go into the shops that they outfitted. Wow, this is real theatre. That was their vision. They wanted to, but maintain that as well. And they had all of their missions, the things that they're going to do. This is not mission statements. I say, actually, trash your mission statement and replace it with purpose statements, because there's a difference between purpose, vision, missions, and values. I call those 4 words the corporate Tower of Babel, because they get so muddled up and interchanged sometimes. And when you very, very clearly ask and answer 4 big questions, why does my business exist? Where is it headed? How am I going to get there? And what are the values I use to create great service and make decisions day by day? That's a powerful 1-page tool. They are deep structures of your business. And while you're learning all of the other stuff and all the technical expertise you need to build an online business, remember the deep structures. Remember these things. Now, when you build a business from the heart, it really changes the way you actually think as well. Now, you notice this model, stimulus and response model. I saw this in Stephen Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and I've built a model over the years based around that. There's actual space between stimulus and response, where we as human beings can actually choose our response. But, you know, the actual choice we have is really only one of shared interest or separate interest. We either respond to the world out of love or fear. And you say, Edward, I'm in business, stop this crappy stuff, this soft stuff. But at the end of the day, if you want to serve customers, you've got to serve them from a position of shared interest and not what's just in it for me. Is that fair enough? You understand that? All right. Look, that's another whole talk in itself, but I just wanted to let you know that above the line is shared interest, shared outcomes, and shared solutions. And if I'm responding to the world around me through my purpose, I automatically go above the line because I'm coming to the world from a place of goodness. My purpose doesn't come from fear. My purpose comes from shared interest, shared outcomes, and how I can serve people in the world around me. I think when you build from the heart, there's a shift from separate interests to separate outcomes. You can engage your team, engage yourself. There's a lot more loyalty around the people around you and the business and your clients and your customers. You know, it gives you a great sense of satisfaction. I see so many people have lost their mojo. Do you know, even the Seek surveys they do every year, over the last 5-6 years I've been watching those, and between 70 and 75% of people say they do not like their job or they are ambivalent about work. Now, I know that doesn't apply to small business owners because you're entrepreneurs and you take responsibility for yourself. But it's a sad indictment, and what about the profitability of our country, Australia, if that was actually turned on its head? And 75% of people loved their job, were passionate about it, just really had a real sense of purpose and were on purpose in both their careers, their positions and life. There's a lot of other benefits there. And when you actually build your business from the heart, ultimately you will become what I call up in that top right-hand corner, you'll become a top performer. Now, top stands for the on-purpose performer. Now, sometimes you might say, Edward, a top performer is that one who's up the top of the very hierarchy, driving around these flashy cars and having a great lifestyle. Now, none of that's wrong. But top performer can be someone in the boardroom or someone in the mailroom. It can be someone out there sweeping the streets because they find meaning in their work. They know they're making a difference and they have a real sense of contribution to the community. That is the difference. And they have high technical and high tingle. Actually, they also have high mastery and high mojo. So what about you and your business? We're here today to get high technical, but I hope you also take high mojo into your business as well, because that'll make a real big difference about how you just engage yourself day by day as you serve others. And you know what? When you actually work from the heart and build your business from the heart, this is aimed at you as a personal being, not at your business. Because right in the centre of those two double circles there, you'll see that you are a spiritual, physical, intellectual being. And when you nurture and look after yourself and you build yourself from the heart, you have a clear sense of meaning and purpose in your life. You look after yourself physically, in your health, intellectually, mentally. You're a strong you. If you are unwell, mentally, physically, or spiritually, your energy source, what good are you to other people and what good are you to your business? Now, I know a lot of mums put family in the middle, and I say to you, look, if you're not well, what good are you to your family? Blokes put business in the centre. Guys, if you're not well physically, mentally, spiritually, how much service are you going to be to your employer, to your business, or to your customers? So that's just my model. I'm not saying that's the model, but in the inner circles there, that's you. Build a strong you from the heart, as well as build a strong business from the heart. Now, I just want to quickly go into the strategy 2, the mindset. Mindset is a big thing, isn't it? Have you come across people who you would categorise as below the line? They blame, they make excuses, they're in denial, and they don't take responsibility and ownership for their thoughts, for their feelings, for their attitudes, and for their behaviours. And we call this Think Inc. Think Incorporated. If you are only a one-man band, one-man business, or one-woman business, or a one-person business, you Think Incorporated, have the mindset as if you are the CEO of a large corporation and organisation. Now, when you think like that, you'll actually behave and do things differently. Think Me Incorporated if you are a single operator. The opposite is not very good at all, because you see the opposite is blame, excuses and denial. Now, I actually define the line. A lot of people don't define the line, but the line is your thinking, your feelings, your attitudes, and the behaviours. And when you take responsibility for your thoughts, for your feelings, for your attitudes, for your behaviours, you are starting to think incorporated because you're taking ownership and accountability and responsibility for those. There's a couple of things here, as well as taking a responsibility and instead of blaming. You know, we're given good examples of this, aren't we? When you think about what we're seeing on TV every night, what do we see? A lot of blame. We look at the politicians. They want to blame everybody else for what's going on around them. I just wish that Australians would take responsibility for their own behaviours and actions. Tom Hafey has just passed away, but his famous statement was, "If it is to be, it is up to me." 10 simple 2-letter words which have powerful implications for you and your business. If it is to be, it's up to me. Take responsibility. But when we go into business and when you're setting up all of this website stuff, you go in with a long-term perspective, not just in and out and make a few bucks and see you later, mate. So I would say everything you think about, make sure it's long-term. So begin with the end in mind because you're not here for the short term. Would that be true? Focus on adding value. Every single thing you do, keep customer focus. Don't even think of customer service anymore. Think of customer experience. What sort of experience am I setting up for the people I'm here to serve? Why would you even go into business unless you're out there to you've got to serve customers? Because if you don't have any clients or customers, you don't have a business. We get so passionate about our product and our service, we forget to get really passionate about the people we're trying to serve. Adopt a sales and marketing mindset. I run into so many small business owners who, you know, sometimes forget that this is so crucial part of their business. And even people who are employees. I tell employees, think Inc. Take responsibility. You've got a business as if you're in a business. And employees don't get that very well. They think I'm just here to be paid for a job. But I actually try and, one of my missions is to say, think incorporated. You are me Inc. The third thing is you've got to have action, your hands and feet. Remember we talked about the heart and going to the head, and now we've got to take action. And I believe that we need a really integrated service model to serve our customers. And it starts from the heart. It starts from purpose. The PP and the PO is lining the purpose of the person with the purpose of the organisation. And then you need a really good plan. Because what's the point of having, you know, this great passion and moving from the heart unless you can clearly plan your business, have a clear vision, know what your missions are, have an actually very clear financial plan. I know accountants sitting in the room and he would say, guys, if you don't see and read the numbers like the dial of the car, you don't know when it's half full and half empty. You don't know when it's going to run out of gas. You've got to actually have a financial plan and a marketing plan. You can have the best plan in the world, but what do you need? Top people to implement the plan. Are you a top person for your business? Do you have high technical and high tingle? And do your team around you have that? And of course, people need to be efficient and effective because you can have great people, but if they don't have really good systems and processes, they're not going to be able to deliver that service or that product efficiently and effectively to the people that they're serving. And of course, how are you going to measure performance? Mostly we just measure the performance by cash flow, profit. Now you've got to be profit-minded for sure, but we need to measure performance across all aspects of our business. Some organisations, I said, what percentage of the time do you think you are really on purpose in your organisation? I had one organisation say, Edward, we're probably only on purpose 12 to 18% of the day. Just imagine what that does to the bottom line. So are you measuring your vision? How are you implementing that vision? And what about the staff and the development of those people? So we've got to measure performance across all areas of the business, our operations as well. This is all to serve customers and our clients and our customers' clients. Is that a useful model? It's just a holistic model. It's an integrated model. It's just saying start from the heart, have a good plan, have the right people, have the best systems you can implement, and measure your performance consistently, all to serve your customers. And the last pillar or success strategy is do more of what you do best. Can you call that out? Come on, do more of what you do best. Now add something on the end. More profitably. Do more of what you do best, more profitably. Can you say that? Do more of what you do best more profitably. And that's working from a position of strength. Now, a lot of us spend a lot of time working on our deficits. The work that I've been watching and participating in this morning is a deficit for me. It would take up all my time and energy to learn some of the stuff that Rob has so expertly showed us today. So I will outsource that. I'm better at doing other things. I want to spend 80% of my time doing more of what I do best. I want to work in my strengths. Technology is not my strengths. I understand that unless I embrace technology and use it wisely, I will not have a sustainable business for the future. I recognise that. That's why I'm here today as well, because I go to a lot of courses to get my head around this stuff, understand it, even if I don't actually do it myself. So outsource what you can't do yourself, because you need to do more of what you do best. There are people out there who are CEOs and managers, and they have stress, they have anxiety, and they get time off work. They burn out because they're doing 80% of their work and time on stuff that they really didn't sign up for originally. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I started today saying that, it's really important to work from the heart, to know your purpose, and to actually find those two word seeds, which is going to actually ignite your business. And you see, once you've got that, you've got a really clear vision, because your vision will inspire you. You need to actually get your hands and feet out there and perform in that service model and give great service to your clients, and make sure that you're true to your values all the way through. Now, one of the things that I'm here for today also is not only to try and inspire you and give you some information and just give you and probably bring you back to the deep structures of your business, because there's so many how-tos out there today. How to, 7 steps for this, 5 steps for that, 4 ways to grow your business without spending a fortune on marketing, 5 ways to develop our online marketing, and 6 ways to direct people into your funnel. I haven't done that at all today. What I've said is, guys, in the process of learning all those how-tos, stand back and make sure you know those 4 questions. Why do I exist? Where am I headed? How am I going to get there? And what are my values which help me choose to make decisions day by day?